Okay, so we looked at the command ls and we know what that does. It actually lists files and folders like that. The command pwd or print working directory tells us where we are in the system. The command cd, meaning change directory. Let's say, for example, I want to change directory to root to the root directory. I can just enter the command cd/root, and it will place me in the root directory, which means that I'm now in the very top of the hierarchy of the file system. How do I know that I'm there? I can issue the command pwd or print working directory, and I can see that now it gives me a listing of just the slash, right? If I want to see what is in root, all the listings, all the folders, for example, in root, I can just do a simple command of ls, right? And I see all the directories there. So cd, if I want to go back to my home directory, I can just do cd, say home, like that, and then my name, which is my home directory, or I can do cd space and the tilde sign. The tilde sign represents the home directory. So if I enter the command cd tilde, the system will actually take me to my home directory. You can see that it actually completed the command and just returned me to the prompt, which means that it accepted the command that I entered. How do I know that it worked? I can just reissue the command pwd like that, and you will see that now I'm back in my home directory. So these commands are very important to know how to navigate the system, how to do file listings, how to navigate from one folder to the other, understanding when to change the actual directory to another directory that is located somewhere else on the system. For example, if you want to do a cd into a directory called etc, which we know is on the root, we will have to enter this command, this option here of the / to tell the system that we want to first go into root and then look in root for the folder called etc, like that, and then it will give us a list, it will change the directory into what we want to go to, right? Let's go back and change the directory to our home directory with just the tilde sign. Okay. We also did a couple of other commands. For example, if we want to say, let's change the directory into downloads. We see that downloads is a folder under our home directory, so we can go to, say, downloads, and we can do a listing to see what's in downloads, and I have test1. So let's go ahead and change into that directory test1, like that, right? So now if we see the command pwd or present working directory or print working directory, we see that the path that we are in now is home/site/downloads/test1. If we want to go back to a level up, if we want to go back to this folder called downloads, we can just issue the command cd and 2 dots. So 2 dots represent 1 level up. Enter that command, and you see that we have gone back now to our folder 1 level up. Okay. Okay. Let's do now another command. We looked at the command make dir. Another command we looked at was make dir, or make dir is short for make directory. Let's go back to our home. So I want to go back to 1 level up and do an ls. Let's go ahead and create, we already have a folder called folder1. So let me change directory into folder1, like that, folder1. Let's see what's in this directory. I have test2 and test3. We learned some commands like make dir. Make dir, for example, will make a directory, and the command is make dir, and then we can specify a name of the directory that we want to make. So we have test2 and test3. We can make test1 like that. And if we want to just make a single directory, we just specify the name of the directory that we want to create and just hit enter, and we can do an ls, and now we see that the directory is there, test1, test2, and test3. If you want to make multiple directories, we can use the command make dir test4 and a space test5. We can create a whole string of directories by just entering the name and having a space separate the names that we want to create. Now if I do an ls, you will actually see that all those directories have been created. If we want to delete a directory, we can use two commands to delete it. To delete an empty directory with no files inside, and we know test1, 4, and 5 doesn't contain any file, or we can just simply use a command ls for test1, and just to give us a listing of, to see if any files are stored in test1. We don't have anything, it's empty, so we can use a command rmdir, meaning remove directory, and then specify the directory that we want to remove. So the command is rmdir test1. So because the directory is empty, it doesn't find any, it's not going to issue any warning or give us an error to tell us that the directory is not empty. So if I do the command ls now, you will see that test1 is no longer there. Let's have a look and see what's in test2. If I have any files there. I have nothing. I can create a file. I can create a file called file1, file_1, and drop that file in test2. Notice that the command to create a file is, I use the command touch. So the command touch will actually create a file. Now let's have a look and see if that file is in the folder called test2. It actually created, dropped that file right in it created the file, but it put it in under the main folder called file1. So we learned of another command called the mv command or move command. So we can say, let's say that I want to move that file1 into file1 now into test2. We can use the command mv and specify the file1, and now we can specify the folder where we want to move that file, and we can say test2. Now if I do another listing, you don't see file1 anymore, but if we do a list for a listing in the folder called test2 where we moved it, we will now see that file in test2. Now what if we want to go and delete that file with the remdir command? So we can say remdir remove directory, and we specify the directory that we want to remove, which is test2. You will see that it gives us this command, this error message saying that it failed to remove test2 because the directory is not empty. So in order to do that, we can use the command rm-r. -r mean recursive. What it means is that remove all the files and folders contained within this directory, and then remove the directory. Now this is a very, very powerful command, because you may have a lot of files and folders contained in this directory, and you have to be very careful when using it, because you have to be absolutely sure that you want to remove everything. Okay, and if you're not sure, then it is best that you don't use this command and you drill down into the specific directory that you want to remove before you actually run this command. So if I use the command rm, or let's try the rmdir with the command -r, and then I specify the directory. It is called test2. You will see that I cannot use the -r command with this command. I have to use rm-r and then specify the directory test2, right? So rmdir will remove empty directories. The rm-r will remove directories that actually contains files and folders. Now if I do a listing, you will see that test2 is no longer there.